We continue live from Peoria, Arizona. It's Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710. We get a chance to speak to a guy we caught up with last year, and we were talking about him all year. Talking about the conversation we had, going, man, this guy doesn't seem like he's a rookie. He seems like he's a grizzled veteran, very mellow, cool, calm demeanor. Talking about Harry Ford. How are you, man?
Good to be here.
Good to see you. And we were just looking at your stats before you joined us. You're just raking out here, man. How do you feel?
Yeah, I've been feeling really good. Spring training's been going really well. It's been good being with the guys and getting in the games and everything. So just getting timing down, and it's been good.
You seemed unaware of your stats, that you're batting .600. So is that something you don't pay attention? It's more in spring about how you feel and your approach and things like that?
Yeah, I definitely just getting an approach down and feeling confident in the games and everything. I mean, like lately, we're not playing every day. So every day, every time at least I get in there, I'm just trying to do my best and compete. And so, yeah, I don't pay too much attention to it.
Yeah, we're as fans, we're always conditioned. Don't pay attention to spring training stats, whether they're good or bad. Yeah, you want them to be good. That's nice, but it doesn't matter. As a player, is it hard not to go one way or the other if you feel like my timing's off, or hey, I'm seeing everything? Is it hard not to put something into those numbers?
I mean, it can be for sure. It's hard to not expect like the best out of yourself every time you're out there, But realistically, we're still getting into swinging things and getting our timing down for things, and just getting comfortable being back up. Well, I mean, we're all comfortable, but comfortable in a place of like where we're giving that best in us, that performance, where everything's clicking, So
yeah.
Really, it takes some time, but everyone's different.
What was your off season like? Did you do anything different? Are you learning, how to be smarter about preparing, like with your health, things like that? How much has that changed since you came into?
Yeah, my off season was really good. I got to spend a lot of time at home, which was awesome. Being around family and my friends. It has been a while since I got to do that, so being with them this off season was really awesome. Yeah, I mean, another year older, another year wiser. So, learning more day by day. Pick up tips and tricks here and there. So, yeah, everything's been going in the right direction.
What was last season like for you? You made the move up to Double-A. You also played out in the outfield a bit too for a few games. I think about 8 games or so. But how'd that feel to you?
Being in Double-A this year was good. It was a challenge. It was just a jump to another step. It was very challenging at the beginning, and it was challenging throughout. But it definitely brought me to awareness of a new version of the game, a new level of the game. And so it grew me there a lot. Outfield was also a challenge when that grew me in different areas as well. And it was cool being out there.
Had you ever played outfield like in high school or just coming up at all? Or?
Yeah, like it was like travel ball. They throw me out there like here and there, but like not consistently ever.
So is that a pretty big learning curve, or did it feel pretty natural to you out there?
No,
tracking?
It was a learning curve. It was a learning curve. I mean, it is simple, just catching the ball, but it just takes some time getting used to tracking it and being in the right spot and
that
just
first step,
trusting your gut, So it took some time.
Do you consult some of the veterans, or do you just kind of soak up whatever they're saying, or do you go up to guys and say, to a guy like a Rosarena, say, if you're wanting to learn how to play outfield, do you directly talk to those guys, or just kind of absorb and listen to what they're saying?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm around the catchers for the majority of the time, so I definitely lean on those guys and learning from dudes like Kyle, Mitch, Jacob Nottingham, Blake. We have a really good group of guys, so it's really awesome getting to be around them and learning from each of them. And you learn. We're not around all the other position guys a whole lot. And this spring training outfield hasn't been a huge focus for me, so it's kind of just there if I need it. But always trying to learn from the guys that are around me for sure.
Have they talked to you at all about the plan? Like, hey, outfield may be a position for you in the future, or we just want to see how you look, or what? How do they table that?
Yeah, we haven't talked about it this spring, so I don't know exactly what the plan is, but I'm pretty confident it's going to be catching.
So I don't know if you're aware of this, but you've pretty much crushed in the minor leagues. You look good. Your stats, man. So what, as far as a time frame for you, like what would you like it to be? What do you think it's likely as far as getting called up?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I want to be there now as much as anybody,
Sure.
The reality of that isn't in my hands. It's in the Lord's hands. So I just give that to him. But I think realistically, I think I could have a chance this year. But, I'm just really trying to be where my feet are and, be where they want me to be right now and whatever that may be, whatever that looks like.
Were you working with the ABS system in AA?
No, we didn't have that.
Okay, it was only in AAA then.
Yeah.
Last year. Okay, I don't know how much you've had a chance to experience it here, but as a catcher, I haven't had a chance to speak to any catcher that likes it. They take great pride in pitch framing and the art of that. How do you feel about ABS? Because it feels like it's inevitable that it'll be at the big league level at some point. Is that something you'd prefer not to see, or how do you feel about it?
I'd rather it not be there. I love the beauty of the game, and I think the beauty in it is lots of imperfections too. So for me, I feel like when we strive to be perfect, it kind of takes a lot from the game. But it is what it is. But there's definitely ways to use it to your advantage. The ABS to your advantage. Like as a catcher, there's certain things you can do. Like sometimes you just miss a pitch, or sometimes I'm set up outside and he misses inside. And a lot of those get missed, but ABS doesn't miss those,
Right.
So there are a few instances where it's like, okay, like if it does happen, it'd be, we're going to obviously use it to our advantage. But I just love simplicity and just the natural game,
You like it if there's an ump who may have a wildly fluctuating strike zone, or he's calling this ball way outside or way inside. That doesn't drive you nuts as a catcher?
I mean, most of the umpires we have aren't crazy bad, and I give them a lot of respect. They work at their craft and they're really good at what they do, So they're very consistent. So I love just it being the umpire back there, and it being like that.
How much is there to learn as far as your relationship with the home plate umpire? I mean, you gotta. I mean, I'm sure that they probably don't appreciate being second guessed and things like that. But have you kind of learned that over the years?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot because we see them a lot and we're with them multiple times through the year, But I haven't asked them how they'd feel. I'd imagine they'd be professional about it and just is what it is, just a game. But yeah, I don't know. I have to ask them maybe next time I'm back there.
Yeah. How do you like being second guessed?
They're going to go, I love it. It's great. Are you very verbal with them if things aren't going right? Like if you know them, like, come on, Dave, you got to be better than that. You got to give me that. Or do you even say anything to them? Or?
I mean, we talk. They'll ask my opinion. I'll ask theirs.
They'll ask you what you think?
Yeah. They'll ask you what you think because they're also trying to, do a good job too.
Right.
They're in it for a job as well.
So you'll tell them, I think you missed it.
Yeah, I'm always honest with them, but I don't try to be disrespectful or anything. Like sometimes for sure, like heat of a moment, you feel a little something, but I try not to, take that anger out on them. It's just passion for the game. But
what do you do when you're away from baseball? You said you love family.
Yeah.
And anything else? I just spent like 3 days with my mom and dad, and we just sat and talked the entire time. We didn't do anything.
Really?
Is it more that, or is it, do you have golf or anything like that?
Yeah.
That you like?
I mean, I love a lot of things. I love spending time with the Lord. That's one of my favorites, and I do that with a lot of different ways. I like playing guitar. I like cooking here and there, randomly. I like friends, family. Hanging out at church and stuff. Because normally like involved in stuff like that around.
But
so,
no golf or anything.
Not
like
a golfer,
that?
no.
Not a golfer.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not too good at that.
What about the saxophone? Because you played that, right?
Yeah, I play saxophone. It's not my favorite though.
Okay, so you're more guitar.
I like playing guitar. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Who do you listen to? You got some musical influences as far as guitar players
With
go?
guitar, not really. I just love playing it. Like I just love playing it and singing, and
When you're playing, what do you? Is it like R&B? Is it rock? Is it?
I like playing gospel songs.
Okay.
And so I play those songs, and I play some, like here and there. I play some country.
Really?
Or like if there's just a song on my mind or something, I like look it up and see how to play it.
So you read music?
Well, guitars you don't have to really read music. Like
So you can hear, oh, that's an A.
No, it's not like that. No, definitely not like that. What guitars like? It's like they'll put the lyrics out and then they'll put the note above the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be like A, and you just strum, and then when you get to the next word that has a different note on there, you
tell you where
switch
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob used to be a rock star. Did you know that?
He
Did
did
you?
not
Yeah.
know that.
What was it? The Living End?
The Living In, yeah.
That was the name of your band?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I'm explaining how to read.
I'm not a guitar player though. So I was a singer, so I don't read music.
Really?
Yeah. I grew up playing drums. I played drums for like 15 years and then started singing, but yeah, I never learned to read music or anything.
Yeah.
So, but I've played with guys who could listen to it like a commercial jingle and go, yeah, that's A flat, that's G, that's D.
Wow.
Like I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Can you identify it by
No,
hearing it?
Definitely not.
Yeah, that's impressive when guys can do that. Yeah.
So if you're not a baseball player, are you going to be involved in
No.
the music industry? Or
I mean, I don't know. I don't think so, but who knows?
you were really good on the saxophone. You said you don't really play or you don't like playing, but
No, it's not my favorite. I mean, like it's cool to whip it out every now and then, but like I like singing with it. So you can't sing with saxophone, so
Okay.
Yeah.
it's fun with guitar.
If you pull that off, that'd be a miracle.
Yeah.
What about drums? Any other instruments?
Nah.
Just guitar and sax?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
just what it is right now.
You no desire to pick up. I always wished I learned how to play piano.
Piano would be cool.
That would be.
Yeah. Piano would be cool. It would be cool if you could just like wake up tomorrow and play it, but I don't really have a drive to want to
Do scales
learn
and just
how
work.
to play it. Yeah.
Go through that discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about food? Like, are you into that? And then like how I'm assuming you're a bachelor, right? Do you have anybody cooking for you?
No, I don't have anyone cooking. Just when my mom comes.
So okay. So are you pretty health conscious as far as food and everything that you eat? Because I know that's a big thing now. Like when I played in the NFL, I was eating macaroni and cheese and just anything that was easy. But do you pay attention to that?
To what
As far as the diet and everything that
What'd you play in NFL?
well, it was like 1987 through 95.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you born then?
No.
I was getting thought of.
Yeah. But it just wasn't a thing, You didn't think, you just ate whatever. And now
They weren't like specific with like what they gave you.
no, they didn't give us anything.
Really?
Yeah, I was a bachelor. I had to go home and cook myself. But,
Like you had to make like pregame and a postgame.
yeah, pre and post game they do. Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
was like and now they just pay so much attention to that part of it, your
Yeah.
diet and everything, and it really matters.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish I'd had that, but for the most part, you're eating healthy now. That's something that's part of your workout, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. You just try to eat as best you can. Like I'm not like on a diet or nothing, but you just
Yeah.
try to like eat good.
Yeah.
How much time do you take off after the season's done? Do you say, all right, I'm not doing any baseball related anything for 3 weeks, a month, and then I'm getting back to working out in the gym and throwing, or how's the off season work?
I took a month this year. I took a whole month of just I went on some trips, and I went on some trips with one with my dad and then one with the mission group, an organization called Water Mission. So I went around and did some things I wanted to do, and then after that month, got back to training and doing everything.
Who do you hang out with on the team typically? Is there anybody in particular?
Like on this side.
Yeah.
Jacob Nottingham's been one of my guys here.
Is he the hugest catcher ever? He looks like a defensive end.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Cal's
so.
pretty big.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe toss up between them two, but he's one of my guys.
Yeah.
Austin Kitchen, I really like him. There's a bunch of. I mean, we're all cool. I haven't hung out with many of them outside the field, but I have teammates on a minor league side who I'm closer with because I just come up with for longer.
It seems like there's lots of managers in Major League Baseball that were former catchers. Obviously, you've had 2 in a row with Scott and now Dan. You ever think about that? Do you think you're that type of person that would stay involved in baseball and possibly manage?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough question. I've definitely thought about that before of what it would look like.
You got plenty of time.
Yeah,
You got plenty of time to think about it.
It's a couple decades down the road.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could. If I got that offered to me, then I believe that I could do it. I don't know. That's not necessarily something I think about. I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely want to do that. But I can plan right now. So,
have you had a chance to catch all of the starters in this rotation?
For the most part, not all of them, but definitely seen enough of them.
Who's the toughest to catch? From the outside looking at it, feels like, well, Kirby would be the easiest because he's got that command, and you set up here, he's going to throw it there.
Yeah.
Who would be the easiest? Who's the toughest for you to catch?
I mean, I'll be real honest with you. They are all pretty easy to catch.
Are they?
They just put it where they want to put it. I think Logan Gilbert's fastball is I'd say the hardest, explodes the most out of his hand. But they're really dialed. I mean, they just do what they do really, really good. So when you're catching those dudes, you kind of just set up and throw it there. What
about somebody like Brash? If you had a chance to catch, I mean, just the movement on the ball and things like that.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty wild, but he normally just puts it in the right place. So it's not too bad. Yeah.
Seems like Bryce Miller became like a pro over the offseason. We're hearing different things from him. He just seems very confident. Is that what you've noticed with him? Or has he always been that way?
Yeah, I mean, Bryce is always Bryce for sure. I haven't noticed a big change in him or anything. Maybe you guys have talking to him more, but
in the media, he's a little bit more sure of himself.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's awesome. He's a good dude. He's cool to be around.
Hey, how different was it for you, just the jump from high A to double A? Was it like, okay, this is just a completely different level, or was it, all right, I see it, but it's comfortable, or how long did it take to adjust to that?
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit of a jump. It was a challenge. It was like going into playing with grown men this time. It was more things on my plate than before, which I loved. I was really thankful. Really loved getting more into the game. But it was a step up for sure.
What's your favorite thing as a baseball player? I mean, probably hitting a home run, but throwing somebody out on the base paths. What's your favorite?
Probably when you're throwing someone out, it's bottom of the ninth, 1 out. They're trying to get a guy over. When it's tight situation, you get them. That's probably the best.
Hey, last thing before we let you go, do they give you any off-season work? Do they say, Harry, we want you to work on this. We want you to work on this part of your defense or this part of your approach at the plate, or is it just on you to figure out what it is you want to become stronger at?
Yeah, Seattle's really good with giving us guidance, and we have player plans throughout the offseason, so they help me focus on certain things. For me, it was mainly just focusing on the mental and trusting what I do, trusting my swing, and kind of not chasing perfection. So that was kind of the main thing we talked about for me.
Well, Harry, it's good to catch up with you again, man. We really appreciate you taking the time with us, and congrats on how spring's going. Hopefully that continues for you, and we can't wait to see you up with the big team.
Yeah, thank you.
How cool was that, what you just saw, right? Great stuff. If you want more of that, you continue right here. We're going to have all kinds of stuff happening from Peoria live, and you find it right here on YouTube. And where else can they find it?
They can download the Seattle Sports app. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
That's very true.
Yeah.
What you said there.